Internet Nation, hello. Alexander here. How are you doing today? Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ah, I see. Oh, me? Well, I'm pretty horrible. As per usual, I... I think I'm over humanity. I think I really am. I... I don't know. Things are weird, and I'm tired of things being so weird. You know, for one, I feel like humans live in this bubble of contradiction and confusion. Um, I don't know. Like, people don't want me to isolate myself when I'm depressed. And I'm pretty sure nobody wants the isolation to, whatchamacallit, evolve into ditching everyone that I used to know or everyone that I know and just going full shaman and vanishing into the forest. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like people keep telling me that I need to handle everything by myself. Absolutely. By myself. No support. Nobody to talk to. Nobody to spend time with. Nobody to bounce ideas off of. Just by myself. Like, I'm not supposed to isolate myself, but I'm also supposed to handle everything by myself. And I don't get it, and I also don't appreciate that sentiment always coming from people who are surrounded by people. You know, like, it's not like I'm sitting here like, oh man, I need somebody to hold my hand and do everything for me. No, I would just like somebody to talk to about what I'm going through. Apparently, that's too much, and I'm a horrible person for asking for that. So instead of continuing to be a horrible person, I'm just going to stop trying to form emotional bonds with humans and, I don't know, save connections for spirits and the paranormal instead of humans, you know? Because I was about to say spirits don't lie, but I fuck with a lot of demons, and all demons do is lie and be assholes and crack jokes at your expense, but that's what I do, hence the name The Gross Demon, so I'm just with my people, and I don't know, I wish my friends would make more jokes at my expense instead of, like, what we usually get, which is just people making jokes about you. I don't know. Times like this, I kind of miss my bro, because we could talk about whatever, but I would like, oof, I'm crocheting my hair right now. If you never saw anybody crochet locks before and don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I am glistening face wise because I just took a shower. It's 4 in the morning, but I just got out of the shower because I don't have school on Thursday and I don't have a job, so I don't know. Tomorrow is a day off, even though technically I gotta continue packing all my stuff because I'm moving. And you know, that's been stressful in itself because the fuck is this flake? I think that flake was thumb skin. Thumb skin. Because the jabbing of the crochet hook is usually not good for the thumb, but because my skin is so soft right now because I took a shower and I'm highly moisturized, there was a piece of thumb skin in my hair. Anyway. So, yeah. I'm tired of feeling like a villain because I need somebody to talk to. And I don't know. I'm just gonna assume, like, I did a thing with this lady. I think Monday or something. I think it was Monday. Basically, she's doing this podcast thing about trauma. So I went on because I love doing things about trauma. That's like my whole shtick, you know? So anyway, I went on her podcast and we were talking about trauma, and she was asking me questions like, but what if that thing wasn't wrong? And I don't appreciate those questions. I don't know, like, I just feel like people don't understand my situation enough to be saying such things, because it just kind of like strikes a nerve to be like, but what if the things your mom said weren't wrong? Implying, what if she was correct and I'm unlovable and no one will ever like me because of the person I am, and I don't deserve happiness. And like, there is no reality in which that stuff could be correct, and to just then go, but what if correct, just kind of makes me feel like, but like, then what if I killed myself? What then? Okay, so I'm unlovable, so I don't deserve love, so there's something wrong with me as a person because I am lively and alive and like to have fun, so therefore I should just kill myself. I already feel like I should kill myself because life is not worth living, and I do not enjoy being alone, and I do not enjoy being told by people who are surrounded by people and have somebody to talk to and make them feel like they exist in society and like people care about them and value them as a person, telling me that I should do everything absolutely alone by myself with no help and no one to talk to. So I'm going to do everything by myself with no help and no one to talk to. And that means that I'm going to give in to the thought that males are only good for money and probably not value the people in my life because males are only good for money. And since they could only provide financial aid, that is all I shall expect from them, because why would they be good for anything else? They are not good for talking through your feelings, because the most you can get from a guy is, oh, that sucks, which I know, I'm aware that sucks. I would like, I don't know, something else other than a that sucks. I was literally talking to this dude today, and like, for one, I was already depressed because I'm like, I want to ask him to come over because I need somebody around because I feel like I'm losing my mind and I just want to hang out with somebody. So I asked him if he wanted to come over, because I always ask him if he wants to come over when I need somebody to be around me. And he was like, sure, but then he was like, I'm going to the hospital. And I was like, oh, so that means he's not coming over, because no way is he going to the hospital. He said he was going to get to me at 7:30, and I said I'm not I won't be home until like 8ish because I have school. So therefore, he's not leaving the hospital. So I kind of figured from that moment that he wasn't coming over, and it's just like, well, this is I don't know if it's the second or third time. Granted, when it comes to these things, you say no once, and I'm like, okay, cool, so I won't ask you to be there for me when I need somebody again. But, you know, I'm a glutton for punishment, and of course I go, well, I'm never going to talk to people again when I need somebody. I'm never going to reach out for help again, just to instantly reach out. But yeah, that's whatever. Oh, yeah. And I was telling him about my crush because I wanted to talk to somebody about what happened with my crush today because that was wild. And either he genuinely likes me or he just wants me to dominate him. I don't know. I don't know. I was fucking around and I think I accidentally piqued an interest I didn't know he had because I was telling my fucking iPad to stop telling me to go fuck myself because I'm its master and it needs to do what I say. And that turned him on in the middle of fucking study group. So I wanted to talk about that because human interactions are interesting. And as I just said, we were in the middle of fucking study group and I just find it wild sometimes, half the shit that he says in general that like nobody else responds to because he'd be saying some crazy shit. Like he'd be flirting with everybody in the class. And I'm just like, I don't know if you're being genuine right now or if you're just playing around. But the rest of the stuff that he said throughout the night, I think both. I think both. So I sent him like a whole long thing and his response was just like, oh, I even mentioned how it's like, oh, okay, so like I'm pretty cool. I usually match his goblin behavior in the group chat and like in presence, and I'm usually one of those people that's just like, my guy, are you okay? Like you're painfully being single is showing right now because calm down. But I don't know. I said I wasn't gonna pursue that, and then he was all like, I like a challenge, and I was all like, well, I do like to be challenged. I do like to be pursued. Let's not play these games, my friend, because I don't know. I don't need a young fella. Though I could use some fun. I don't know. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I was telling him how that now that he's reciprocating my feelings, the shyness is coming out. Which is funny because I'm pretty sure I come off kind of shy in class as well as like a fucking weirdo. I'm definitely one of the weirder people in class. And I don't hide my unhingedness, but I'm also one of those people that dips after class. I mean, granted, I've noticed that I don't dip as fast as most people dip because the teacher will be like, all right, you all can go now. And some people will already be out the door. Usually I kind of linger a bit to talk to my classmates a little bit, especially these days. Like I was totally lingering today, leaving the room because I wasn't going to the practice room because I wanted to come home and continue packing instead of staying out late. Plus, my friend was going to come over. He didn't tell me he wasn't coming over until I was leaving from class, and getting on the train type shit. But, you know, I wasn't going to go to the practice room today. Plus, I don't know, I would like to wash my sheets, but washing sheets is a little difficult when laundromats don't usually take card. I don't know, maybe where I'm moving, there'll be a laundromat that takes card. I gotta ask my friend about the area, because I'm not really too familiar with the area that I'm moving to. I just I'm familiar with it. I know there's a club over there, a Zesty club, that I'm going to try and procure employment at, be it bartending. I think I'm just going to pursue bartending and just kind of fake it. I'm already faking my way through massage therapy school. I don't know how I'm learning this information, but you know what? If I can learn the areas of the scapula and what every part of the body is called and the different ways of moving the body, I can relearn how to make fucking drinks. Compared to the fucked up words that these goddamn Latin motherfuckers came up with to describe body parts,
learning how to make an old-fashioned should be nothing. And we haven't even gotten to the confusing shit. Like, I wasn't even looking forward to bones, learning bones in class, because they're bones. Like, as far as we know, it's the head bone is connected to the neck bone, and then what is the neck bone connected to? The fucking spine. What even is the neck bone? There is no neck bone. It's just skull and then spine, all the way down to the pelvis. And like this is the reason I wasn't looking forward to fucking bones, because it was like, all right, bet, here's the scapula, and this is the name of every part of the scapula. And I'm just like, is it all gonna be like this? They showed us the fucking humerus, and then all the parts of the humerus, and I'm just like, do we really need to know all of this to, like, give massages? Do I have to retain the different parts of the bones? Probably. Do I need to memorize all the joints and shit? I don't know. But you know what? Right now, an old-fashioned, learning how to make a Long Island iced tea the proper way again doesn't seem so daunting. Anyway, the only issue is the night classes, and, like, if I work at a club, they're gonna want night hours, but we'll see. Depending on how long I'm with my friend, I can just wait until, like, December when school ends and then switch up my courses. But, like, if all these people are going to be taking night courses next semester, I don't know. I like having classes with them. Like, I feel like there's a large portion of students that, like, you know, people are different. People are weird and all that stuff. But at the same time, most of my classes are the same people. Like, my massage course is a bunch of fucking weirdos, and I love them all dearly, and I really enjoy having class with them because they all make having class fun and simple and not daunting. Because when you have social anxiety and you're not really comfortable being up in people's spaces, and then you have to get basically naked in a room full of strangers to touch up on each other and be all up in the glutes and all up on the body, and just, it's a lot. Like, literally last week, fucking yesterday, because it's Wednesday, yesterday, Tuesday, I was not looking forward to class because I was on my period, and it was like TMI moment for anybody who gives a fuck and doesn't realize that normal bodily functions are normal. But the smell was very sweet. The smell of my blood was very sweet, and I felt like it was very strong. And I was just, that is not a situation in which you want to go into a room full of people and have to get naked down to your skivvies, where it's just you and this pad and a thin blanket that you could see through. And mind you, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, so the only thing that could make this situation worse, which, mind you, like, I need to get a second sheet because, like, I haven't been able to go to the bookstore yet because they close at 3:30 and my classes are at 6, and, like, I'm a night owl. I can do classes at 6. I'm wide awake for my 6 p.m. classes. Before that, you want me to get there before 3:30? Before? And then what am I going to do until class? Do I just go back? I don't know. I'm thinking of going on Friday because I'm dog sitting on Friday, and I have to be there at 2, and then doesn't seem right to me to, like, leave right after I get there to go pick up sheets and then just hang out at school. So I think I'm just gonna go and pick up the sheets before I go and, you know, start my boarding, my sitting. Boarding is when it's at your house. Before I go and I start my boarding, my sitting. I said fucking boarding again.
And then just have my sheets ready and then go to class at regular time and then figure out, because we have a potluck that day, but I don't know what I'm even gonna do because I don't even have money to feed myself, let alone make stuff for my class. But I might make some rice. All I would really need to make rice is coconut milk, and I can spare some, like $3 for some coconut milk. And then I guess I'll just make white rice, which seems so boring to bring to a potluck, especially since I know somebody else is making rice too. But I don't know. I could also just buy something. I wish that they made Dr. Pepper coconut in, for one, findable bottles, and for two, the 2-liter ones, because then I would just grab a 2-liter of that, or like 2 liters of that, and be like, let me put y'all on to this glorious shit right here. But anyway, do I have SSS homework? I think I do, but then I submitted it last Friday on the train home from class. I usually do my homework in class. Especially if it's like, one of those answer these questions that are just like personal answers about your life and your plans for success in school. I usually do that while the class is having a discussion because, I don't know, a nigga be overachieving like a motherfucker. I sit in the front of the class and I download the video. I put the videos that the teachers play in class in a playlist to watch when I'm home, and I literally do that. Like, when the teacher be typing in the video while they're searching it, I'm like, okay, so this is what we're searching, and this is who played the video by. And every time they have a diagram in the video, and then the teacher be like, oh, you guys want to take a picture of this? I'd be like, I do want to take a picture, but I'm not going to pull out my phone and take a picture of the screen. I'm going to go in the video on YouTube and take a screenshot and then put that in the fucking group chat so that we can have a nice high quality video. But anyway, I didn't mean to talk about school so much. School is literally the highlight of my life right now, which is hilarious because it's like, I grow weary of walking Bella. That is more daunting to me than having to go to a 4-hour class in which I have to get naked and then feel up on somebody and do a thing to them that's supposed to feel good. And I don't know if I'm doing it right without them saying that it feels good and the teacher like telling me that I'm doing it right. It's a lot. It's a lot emotionally, but I still rather that than slow-paced walks that make my legs hurt. But I don't know. I'm trying to stop dog walking because dogs don't want to walk anymore, and I don't want to not walk. You know, it's one thing if I'm just hanging out with them. It's another if you're expecting me to walk the dog and just have a horrible, horrible time. But anyway, back to the main problem at hand. I feel sad and lonely, and I don't know what to do. Like, I literally haven't talked to my friend in a few days, and I don't know when I'm going to, because I don't know. That relationship makes me feel very bad. And it's not like she means to make me feel bad. She just says things that make me feel like shit and does things that make me feel unwanted and unnecessary, unappreciated, unnoticed, unheard, and I don't know. I feel like it's too much, you know? Like the jealousy from her having the things I wish I did and the abilities I wish I had, and just, I don't know. Like, I would like to be a part of their life, but I feel so left out. You know, like, it's hard to feel like I matter when we're hanging out
and they're not responding to me because they're too preoccupied talking to other people. And I don't know. I've been reaching out a lot lately to people, and they have been letting me down. Somebody literally messaged me the other day and asked if I was okay, and said that they were worried about me because they haven't heard from me in a while, because I haven't been on social media in a long time because I don't have it in me. And I told them that I was not doing okay, and then I sent them a long text about how I'm drowning and there's all this stuff going on and I feel horrible. And on top of that, my ex called me, which that's never fun because that always makes me feel bad. Which the worst part is I almost picked up because I was sitting there and I was like, who is this number? It wasn't registered in my phone, but it looked familiar. Like, I literally went into my contacts, into my messages after, to see if I had talked to that person before. And then I looked at the, now that I think about it. No, I think it's because I used a different, I don't know, because he left a voicemail, and I never listened to it. But I got a call from Synchrony Bank because they call me every other day to tell me that my bill is overdue, and it's just like, bro. Literally have been asking people to send me money so I can get food for like the past month. I don't have it. I don't have it. And you calling me every other day reminding me to pay the bill is not gonna make me have it. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. Do you think I would be stressing about moving if I had the money to just give people? I don't. And I understand that you want your money, but calling me every other day is not going to help, especially since my phone is so fucking stupid. It can't just go, hey, you have a voicemail. No, it has to go, hey, you got a voicemail. I'm going to vibrate now 2 hours later to let you know that you have a voicemail and make it seem like that voicemail is new and you just got it. Hey, you have a voicemail. I understand that. I don't need you calling me every other day to tell me I owe you money. And then fucking T-Mobile going, hey, you have a voicemail. I understand. Can we all calm down? Because I don't know what you want me to do. Literally starving to death on a daily basis. Trying to fight the hunger pains. I don't have the money to give you. I don't know what to tell you. People don't want to hire me. So I don't have the money for you. Subscribe to my OnlyFans so I can have the money to pay this fucking bill. So Synchrony Bank can stop fucking calling me every other day as if calling me is going to make me have the money. Y'all keep calling me. I'm not gonna pay my fucking phone bill. I don't know what to tell you. I got my ex calling me. I got y'all calling me. How about nobody gets to call me? How about that? How about we just do that? I don't know. That sounds fun. I think I'm just not going to pay it. Yeah. And if I don't pay the phone bill, T-Mobile's not going to be calling me talking about, hey, you haven't paid your phone bill because it's fucking prepaid, bitch. T-Mobile does not deserve the money either. So, how about that? Anyway. So, I think I'm on my loner arc, which is ironic to say because I feel like I'm about to move in with somebody who's going to want to hang out with me all the time, which I'm hoping that's not the case because, I'm probably going to stay in my room a lot and probably majority of the time leave my room to go outside and smoke because can't be smoking in his house because he's not a smoker and you should respect people's space, and I am not a social person. I'm hoping that moving will help me not be overwhelmed all the time, but I'm also worried because I feel like I may slowly lose my mind. Because I'm not a notification driven person. I literally have nighttime hours on my phone. It's like I don't have nighttime hours on my iPad, but that's mostly for notifications, like important notifications in general. So like if somebody messages me on voice, my iPad will make a noise, and that's how I know that somebody has messaged me on voice after my phone puts itself on silent or whatever. Not that I really have any important people that would need to contact me, but yeah. But I am tired of having my heart broken. I'm tired of people telling me that they're gonna come hang out just to not come hang out. I'm tired of people telling me that they care about me and they want to know what's wrong just to not respond to me for hours or at all or days after I give them the whole spiel of what's wrong, especially when I'm in the midst of like not talking to anybody, and then somebody goes, "Hey, I'm worried about you. Are you okay?" And I tell them I'm not okay and I'm floundering, and then they just like ignore me. So it's just like, then I feel extra bad because like I already feel like a monster for opening up to you, and I don't know. Like I've been thinking about how I feel a lot lately, and a lot of the thoughts going through my mind are, yeah, well, why would I actually expect somebody to care about how I feel? And how could I be so belligerent to expect someone to want to care about me enough to have my feelings mean something? Because usually when you express your feelings to people, they, what's the word? Belittle your feelings and downplay it, and then they give you their excuses, or, oh, I was just doing X, Y, and Z. Well, it's like, okay, well, X, Y, and Z hurt my feelings, and I told you that it hurt my feelings, and you're just giving me the excuses. So then it's like, well, why should I share my feelings with you if you're just gonna tell me, like, you just have your reasons for why you did the thing, and I told you that you doing the thing made me feel this type of way, and you just care about why you did the thing and not how it made me feel. So why would I think that we were close, despite you saying that we were close and you cared about me? Why would I think that if, I understand that you have your reasons for why you did a thing, and now I have all these feelings, and now I just feel like a needy asshole monster for thinking that my feelings mattered to anybody other than me. Which, I get it. Everybody isn't me. Maybe I'm a fucking loser for living my life in a manner where the feelings of others matters to me, and I actually think about how my words and actions have consequences on other people's feelings. I understand that I am wrong for that, and I should be more pig-headed and dismissive of people when they tell me their feelings and not care, because the only thing that really matters is my feelings and why I did the thing, and because I had a valid reason for doing the thing. That's all that really matters. And I shouldn't care about how other people feel, is what I'm getting. And I don't know what to do about these situations, and I am not going to ask people to be like, hey, I know that you and everybody else in the world is going through their own thing, and so you're too busy to help me right now. I mean, I'm also not supposed to isolate myself, but everybody is too busy to have an actual conversation with me about what's going on in my life and how I feel. And even if it's like, oh, I don't want anybody to do anything about certain things, sometimes I just want to like talk about how I feel and what happened, but you can't really do that. And even if it's like, hey, I'm feeling insecure and I just need some reassurance from you right now, can you answer this question? Typically people don't answer those questions. A lot of those times those questions get ignored, which is wild to me, because it's like, oh, I'm not supposed to like lose my fucking mind even though I was feeling insecure and I just asked you for a question for clarification, and instead of giving me an answer, you ignored it and just moved on like I didn't say that. But I accept the fact that I am the problem, and therefore I am not going to change myself because I don't feel like I need to change. So I'm just going to remove myself from the situation because, I mean, it's not like I'm being acknowledged in a lot of these relationships. People say that I'm fine and whatever the issue is with me wanting someone to act like a friend to me and actually have conversations with me and recognize me as a person. So therefore, I'm just not going to expect others to recognize me as a person and connect with me on a deeper level. I am just going to, I don't know, view humans like animals in a zoo or something, or like pigeons on the street. You know, they're just a thing that exists, but you don't have to give it much thought because
They don't really want to connect. They just,
I don't know what they want, and I don't share their values, so I am not gonna find out what they want, because I don't know. I'm tired. I just wanted somebody to talk to, but all my life people have been telling me that I need to do things on my own, and I can't rely on others for companionship or connection or help. So I'm just not going to
expect those things from them. I don't know. Like, I don't know. We're going on 30 years
of living in a state of isolation. So that's too much hair, I think. I don't know, that's a good amount of hair. So, like, at this point, if I've already lived in isolation with no connections, no deep connections, then what difference does it make if I just stop trying to form connections with people? You know, if I just detach from humanity, what's the point of trying to be a human, trying to get along, trying to feel like a part of humanity, when the fact of the matter is I'm not? Because you wouldn't tell a child to do everything on their own, which, like, I don't know, like, I found that confusing during the podcast thing, because we were like doing inner child work, and then she was like, what does your inner child want? I was like, well, she just wants somebody to be there and tell her that my mom wasn't right, wasn't truthful, that what she said wasn't right. She just wants somebody to be with her, because it's hard, you know, when you're just like a little child and every moment of your life is spent by yourself, you know? And even so to the point where you realize that you can't form connections because you're a child. And the way your mother is and the way your life is set up, you can't have friendships outside of her life because she isn't going to make that effort for you to have friends outside of the general vicinity, the immediate vicinity. But also, she is controlling and won't let you have a life or go anywhere or interact with people if she's not there. So what's the point of trying to form connections? Because she's going to control everything you do and not allow you to have connections. But whatever. Shamans do not need humans. Humans need shamans. I just need to connect to the spirits so that I can do my shaman work and be a bridge between the worlds. I've been trying to regain my gifts lately because at the very least I can talk to the spirits that are always around me and not feel so alone, because if I could actually have conversations with them, maybe I won't lose my fucking mind in this isolation. Which scares me, because not the being alone part, just the person I will become when I do not have those connections anymore. Because I have very sadistic tendencies and a lot of anger inside of me and a lot of violence. And yet here I am with so many people wanting me to dominate them. And I'm just like, you don't want that. I'm so angry. And I'm not a dom. I'm a sadist. I want to do sick scientific experiments with your body. I don't want to please you sexually. Why are you booing me? I'm right. It's like, okay, I do want to please people, but not like the people I'm dominating. No. You're my plaything. The fuck? I'm asexual as fuck. Anyway. That's where I am. I think I'm just going to, I don't know. Right now my main focus is packing up all my stuff. Literally 90% of my Nendoroids are in boxes right now, which is wild because that was the most daunting part of the whole thing, because there's like, last time I counted there was 150, but that was last time I counted, and that was maybe like a year ago. Not even including the fucking stuff from the One Piece shelf, which is blown up. The Bakugo shelf was already daunting enough, but all the Bakugo figures are now in the box. Don't even get me started on the fucking teddy bears. I would turn the camera, but it was really difficult getting it in a decent angle to film, so I'm not going to turn the camera. Just know that there is a lot of teddies and a lot of stuffies. Well, this isn't a bear, this is a plush Tamagotchi. But there's so many. Look at this one. It's my little Luffy tissue holder. I put tissues in it because I'm so snotty, and I like having tissues on my bed. And this is great for that. But, you know, you can't be having tissues just floating freely on your bed, because finding tissues on your bed is gross and weird. And not that I care, because I'm the gross demon, and I just live life grossly. That's how I enjoy to be. But anyway, that's where I am. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know who to talk to. I'm just gonna focus on packing my stuff and then hoping that the space is workable. Like, I never really paid much attention to the size of the little room. Like, I'm going off the assumption that my friend is going to let me have the little room that he has, which I hope, because a little space would be nice. Otherwise, I might lose my mind, especially if I gotta, like, share spaces with him and, like, listen to his 17 phones vibrate every 3 seconds because constant social media notifications. I do not enjoy listening to other people's social media notifications because I do not turn my phone on silent mode just to listen to somebody else's 17 phones blow up with the same fucking messages. And hopefully that's not a thing and he understands the importance of nighttime time, or at the very least, I can convince him to indulge in nighttime hours, because my God, nobody should be listening to notifications to their phone blowing up 17 times a day. Like, it doesn't need to be work related all the time. Sometimes you can just relax and enjoy your life. But I also plan on spending more time at the park because there is a park across the street, and I'm trying to remember what the park looks like. I think that park has swings. I always think of this one park that's closer to me when I think about the park that's near him. I don't know why. But, like, that park has a dog park, so best believe I'm going to be putting up my flyer all over the place, so hopefully I can get some dog walking clients while I'm there to have some income, so I don't have to, like, rely on other people to help feed me. I'm also going to apply for the housing market after I get income, because I'm pretty sure I would still need income so that I can pay for that house as well. Well, I don't know what life has in store. I'm scared and lost and confused and overwhelmed and overstimulated and exhausted and scared. Did I say scared? I feel like I opened with scared. And that's where I am. I don't know what to do. But so is life, you know? It makes me sad that it's come to this. But I'm tired of feeling like something's wrong with me, because I want somebody to say something more than, sorry, your situation sucks. Or not be too busy for me. Or have a moment with me, you know? Like, I'm too rare an individual. It shouldn't be such a rarity to hang out with somebody and they not be on their phone for majority of the time. I don't know why it's so popular to be on your phone when you're hanging out with somebody, especially when, like, people see me so rarely, and then it's like, you really want to be on your phone the entire time that we're hanging out. Okay, that's fine and cool and awesome, I guess. But I feel like if I waste less energy being sad about the situations I'm in with these people, then that will give me more energy to focus on finding people who are like me, who have the same friendship values that I do, and actually want to talk about things that matter in life and not just society. Or, I don't know. I'm down for passive experiences with individuals or whatever. I don't know. I want to say I'm giving up on humanity, but do I even have it in me to give up on trying to connect to others?
Or, you know what? Maybe I'll just try it for a while. See how I feel about. I feel like this is too much hair. See how I feel about not talking to people and avoiding situations that make me feel like shit, so I don't feel less than and upset and have to have all these feelings and then feel like I want to talk about this with this person, but then they're just gonna downplay my feelings and tell me that it's okay because they said so.
I don't know. It's like, I don't know what you guys want me to say. You win. I've acknowledged that I'm the problem, and the solution is I'm just not going to subject you all to my nonsense, such as my feelings and my thoughts and
My desires and my insecurities and my wants in life and all that nonsense that I should keep to myself because nobody's interested in that stuff anyway. You know? It's like everybody wants to check on you and make sure that you're okay, but like when you're like sitting there like, oh, well, totally plotting my suicide. And then they're like, oh, ooh, too deep, too personal. I didn't want to hear all that. Let me just go wash the dishes and then let the ADHD kick in or something. So I guess I'll keep you guys updated on how that goes. That could be fun to just mellow out and not try to connect to people and not try to force my ideals of friendship and what a friend should be onto others, you know? Because sometimes you just gotta let people have their version of friendship. And to some people, friendship is saying that you care about somebody, but not doing caring about somebody, you know? And that's okay, because everybody is entitled to living life the way they see fit. And everybody is entitled to their version of friendship. And I just don't think that that works for me. And therefore, I will not be engaging in that. You know? I think I'm going to go back to calling everybody acquaintances. Because, well, I think I'm going to reinforce calling everybody acquaintances because that's pretty much what they are. I don't really know the people in my life. There's like one person I really know, but of course, because he's been around the longest, but at the same time, he is not somebody that has been a good friend to me emotionally or physically. So I don't know. I'm just tired of wasting that word on people, and I'm tired of engaging in other people's ideals of friendship instead of what friendship should be to me, you know? I just feel like I deserve better for myself. And since I'm a monster that wants people to genuinely care about how I feel instead of just, can you color balance again, please? Instead of just saying it, you know, like I don't want people to try and care about how I feel. I want people to do things that show that they care about how I feel. And that is my prerogative. My prerogative alone. I expect nobody to hold that up except for me. And I feel that I am doing a good job at being a good friend and matching people where they would like their friendship levels matched.
So, I mean, I feel like that's just another reason as to like why so many people call me a friend and feel close to me and think that I consider them close too, because I do those things for people. And I don't think that I ask much of most people. I mean, depending on what you define as much, because there are people I ask them for money a lot because I don't like starving to death. And they generally can help out. It's not like I'd be mad at them if they couldn't help out, but, you know, I don't know. I feel like they too wouldn't want me to starve to death or have hunger pains all the time, you know? But I'm working on fixing that so I don't have to rely on others so much. Either way, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I need to go clone myself or something so I can, because I don't know, like I really do feel like a terrible monster for wanting somebody to actually care about me. You know, like how nice would it be if somebody got me a gift and it was like something I could be totally obsessed with, you know? Like how cool would that be? I mean, granted, I do have a friend that's pretty good at gift giving to me, but I don't think I've gotten a gift that really like hit that sweet spot, you know? Like I like to give gifts that people could be obsessed with, but I've never really gotten a gift that I could be obsessed with. Like I'm still really salty over how I got together with my ex last year, and for my birthday he got me some dye. I don't do anything that would require dye. They have been sitting on my shelf for a year now. Well, almost a year now. And I haven't touched them because, like, how are you gonna get me dye so I can play D&D and then never spend time with me to help me make a character sheet or anything along the lines so that we can actually play D&D together? Instead, I have to listen to you talk about playing D&D with other people and then go on a weekend-long tryst with your other partner and some other people to go play in D&D and then not talk to me at all, you know, and they're still sitting there and I'm just contemplating like I'm leaving and I'm gonna get rid of a bunch of stuff because I have to move and I don't need all these things, so why do I need dice when I don't do anything that will require dice? And he was supposed to get me another set of dice too, but it's just like I'm still hurt over the fact that for my birthday he got me something that pertained to his interest, something that I can't use myself because I have no reason to use them, and as much as I would like to indulge in his interest, he does not give me the time to do so. So how much can you hurt one person that you claim to love? I don't know. All I do know is I deserve better than that. And I would like better than that for myself. So I'm done pretending that I don't want to say care about people, because I do still care about people and will continue to care about people. I just don't want to call people friends when I feel like they let me down at every opportunity and cannot be there in the ways that matter most to me. Like, there are things that I value in friendships, and I feel like the people around me do not satisfy any of those things because I feel lonely as fuck. So much so that my 30-year isolation makes me worried. Because if there was ever a gun in this hand, there wouldn't be. because you usually drop things after you die. You know? So that feeling is still there. And like, I'm not actively gonna do anything to kill myself, but you put a gun in my hand and I'm gonna kill myself almost instantly, which still not over the fact that my fucking different ex, the one that refuses to stop calling me from different numbers every few months, was very insistent on taking me to a shooting range, even though I told him I had no interest in that, and if I got a gun in my hand, I am shooting myself in the head instantaneously, and I stressed that to him, and he still insisted that he take me to a gun range, knowing that I was going to kill myself if he took me to a gun range. So, says a lot about how much he cared about me, and I deserve better. So I'm just gonna go full shaman. You can say you're my friend, but I don't really consider people friends because we cannot meet on an emotional, deep, intimate level. Because as far as everyone is concerned, I am just a pretty face that they think is pretty. And for some reason, despite the fact that I literally am